Okay, if you're looking to buy a salvage vehicle, this might be the video for you. So here's my story, and if you live in New Jersey, you might find some information even more uh, pertinent to your situation because I bought this car out of Texas, and I live in New Jersey, so I'm going to tell you my story and how it went. I've done salvage vehicles about 30 years ago in New York, and just really wasn't sure what was going on. I couldn't find any questions online, so I basically just took the plunge and did it, and I'm going to tell you where I'm at. So this is the car after it's done. Okay, came out pretty good. Guess what? Painted it myself too. Never did that before, and I think it came out lovely, except for the fender here, which looks good in the video, but there's still some a little bit iffiness on the base coat. If you're wondering why this ball is in here, I have a battery tender on it, so that's what's keeping the hood from closing on the wire over there. So that's the deal here. So this is the end. I'm going to show you now how I started, and hang out at the end because I'm going to give you actual details and numbers on how everything played out. So there's going to be some good details for you and some additional information as far as what the process is in New Jersey. 2016 RC. Just picked it up. This is the condition before any work is being started. Engine runs fine. Okay, so I bought this car from Copart. It's a 2016 Lexus RC, and hard to tell from the pictures. They said it ran and drive, so I mean, I've been told not to believe that, and in this case it runs, but it definitely didn't drive. The rim here, which I'm a little bit upset about, is actually bent and broken in the backside and no good. So I'm going to be searching for a new rim for this vehicle. Headlight's a little bit cracked, but the frame here is all intact. You know, with a little bit of a dent right there and a surprise broken windshield. But looks like there's some suspension damage, probably more than likely for sure. A sway bar and probably lower control arm. Shouldn't be too bad to take care of that. So I'm going to need a headlight, a blinker light, bumper cover. The grille is in good shape. Airbags did not deploy. This is the fender, and that bottom skirt here is just a little bit on the bent side. The door has a little bit right here. Let's see if I can get away with that. Mirror, a lot of little small things, some wiring issues that need to be just readdressed, like that. That's for the parking sensor. So we'll see what else we find, and I'll do an update. This is my first. Well, I did a couple of salvage cars about 30 years ago. This time I got tired of buying cars that were, just over 100,000 miles just to get a good deal in a car. So this one's got 70,000 miles, 2016, and I think I paid 11,400 plus transportation of 875 from Texas. And we'll see. I'm going to document the process here of what my total is going to end up being, what I need to do, and go from there. So giving a little update here as to this is about as far as I'm going to disassemble this. This headlight was working, slightly cracked on the lens, but the mounting brackets were all cracked. I think I'm going to, based on the price of that epoxy, the pieces that I have. Unfortunately, this headlight here, water was getting into it. It was fine, and it's not working. So I think I'm going to take that apart. The LED lights, there's no bulb to replace, so it's really a pain in the ass and they're really expensive. So I'm hoping I could do something with that as well. I basically took apart this side here just to see certain parts that I needed to get part numbers off them, so I could match it on this side, because this was totally missing. So right now I'm waiting for a lower control arm. That's definitely bent over there. There's a possibility on the strut, and I'm not sure about the tie rod. So as we disassemble and reassemble, we'll be able to figure out what's going on there. And then at this point, I guess the only thing I need to do here is just pull this back, check this harness here, make sure that there's nothing pinched in there, and start reassembling after I order parts that I need. So that's the update. This is about as ugly as it's gonna look. Okay, so I pulled off the lower control arm and it was definitely bent. So this bushing right here should really be straight across. So the bend is really at that point right there. And it made a huge difference in where the wheel sat. After the toe was a little bit out, I'll have to make an adjustment on that, but now the wheel is straight. We're in the position where it's supposed to be. While I was there, I decided to paint the front calipers to red. So it looks like it's coming along. I think the sway bar is okay. And suspension wise, I think this was it. But we'll see once I get the wheels on and drive it, see if everything's performing as it should. Okay, so update on this car. When I went to put the fender on and just to see how it would fit, I realized that this hit over here with the wheel, it is a slight buckle, putting this bolt a little bit further out. So I could bang it in with a hammer, but I want to try, never done it before, to try to pull it out and take the crease out. So I have this, I bought this for like 25 bucks on eBay, borrowed the winch, had this massive cable in the garage somewhere, and then I pretty much jacked it up, put some safety. I got a jack stand under there, got another tire under there, I got some bricks under there to stop it from moving, and bricks on this car, and pretty much use the tow hooks to just kind of hold the car in place so that it doesn't pull. Now, my only concern here is that this is one of these pullers that has a cone on it, so the harder you pull, the tighter it's supposed to get. I just don't want to be anywhere near this thing if it gives, so I'll be taking it extra careful, and maybe I'll actually heat this metal up here to make it a little bit easier. All right, I'll let you know progress on that. Okay, so it's not coming out as easy as I thought, but I am moving it for sure. Definitely it wasn't what it was. I moved the clamp once before, so I definitely probably at least pulled it 1/4 inch. Some good tension on this cable. I'm not worried about that one. Tires look like it's trying to climb that brick. And we got some good tension on that one there. So everything's helping. I should look at the jack and see what's going on there, but probably shifted a little bit, but I think we're good. Got a jack stand under there. So I'm gonna try heating it up a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna try repositioning the clamp a little bit higher, because I think that's the kink or crease right there is what I'm trying to get out. So I'm gonna pull up a little bit higher. So I'll let you know. Say another video when I'm satisfied. Okay, so unfortunately I'm not showing you everything that happened with this car as far as putting it back together, but I'm going to show you now the details and give you numbers, because really the information on whether you can do this or not is what it is, not how to actually do this particular car. So I mean, you do have to be somewhat mechanically inclined or good at piecing things back together and figuring how things if you're doing a minor, this was considered I think a minor collision, so it wasn't so bad. So just let me tell you about these headlights. Super expensive when I went to price them out. LEDs, roughly around $2,000. I had both of them weren't working. This one I cracked mounts and stuff like that. So here's what I ended up doing. I don't know if you can actually see it. I put some clear vinyl over. There's a crack here in the light. I had put a whole bunch of epoxy for the mounting and stuff like that. So put some clear vinyl over that, and actually matched it up to the line inside of the lens there, just to prevent any water from getting in. And it's wrapped around, so it's probably going to do that, because if water gets in there, there's going to be a problem. So Hopefully water doesn't come in, and I'll be straight with that. There are modules in these lights that I had to change in the other one. They're not supposed to be accessible, but you can. I think I made another video on that. So if you're having headlight troubles and wondering how do I get around paying $2,000, there might be a way to do it. So just check out one of my other videos, and you'll see how I did that. All right. So here's the deal on this car. And I ended up doing some additional things. I think I like it. You know, I painted the grill black, which I think was really cool. I left the center emblem chrome. Still not sure whether I'm going to do that or not. I'm probably going to end up getting rid of all the remainder of the chrome on the car here. But I just wanted to go and get my title and tags and all that stuff before I even put any additional work into this car. So when I got the car, it was, I guess, less than I expected. I bought it from Texas, Copart auction. I was able to buy it myself. I'm not a dealer, and because certain states allow you to purchase vehicles without being a dealer. Texas is one of them. I think Alabama, or you know, there's a bunch of states that allow you to do that. So you won't be able to, your I guess pick up the litter isn't going to be there if you're doing it that way, because it drastically reduces the amount of cars you can buy or choose from. But that's how I did it. So bought it from Texas and had it shipped over when I got it. I thought it was just going to be, I thought the headlight, but you know, I was able to save that, so that was good. Wasn't sure about the rim and tire, you know, like, but that was like drastically bent and broken and stuff like that. The windshield I wasn't expecting, so I had to replace the windshield. And there were, you know, some dings also. Like in the back over there was a ding, and I could tell the car's been hit before, even though in the history, I think I looked at it, it didn't say any other accident history, so it might have been just a minor whatever, and somebody had painted it. There's a ding on the other side. There was a crack in the mirror right here, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to fix that later on. So there were some things that we're not expecting, and I guess you can expect that to happen which we call another thing is just stupidity, and has nothing to do with the accident or anything like that. But whoever worked on this car before, this is an F Sport, supposed to get larger rotors, and they actually put smaller rotors, the base model rotors on there, and the pads aren't grabbing the entire rotor. So I have to switch those out too, and another added expense I wasn't really looking for. So all these little extra things I was able to pull out. The fender is lining up pretty nicely. I was able to heat this spoiler up and really get it to, you know, it's got a couple of scratches on here, but you know, I'm keeping the car, so I'm not really concerned with minor cosmetic blemishes, but I was able to get it nice and straight, so it lined up pretty nicely. You know, the fender's got a nice seam there, so everything lines up pretty good. Just a little tip from me, I was able to get most of these parts from Lexus directly through their online sales, which is kind of like wholesale, and the prices were really not too bad at all. I mean, this fender was less than $300. Bump cover was like, you know, I think around $3 and change. You know, this stupid light over here cost me about almost $400. That was annoying, you know, and the headlight, thank God I didn't have to change that. But you know, overall, the mistakes I made was that first thing you got to do is take your paperwork to DMV and have the salvage title transferred to your name. At that point, what I should have done, because I didn't realize, is make the appointment for inspection right away. Because if you wait till you finish the car, your surprise is going to be, oh, well, we're out 2.5 months on inspection, and now you have a car that's done, ready to be inspected, and you have to wait 2.5 months, which is what happened to me. I mean, I wasn't really sure how long it was going to take me to fix it, but I probably could have estimated and saved myself some time. So give yourself 1 month or whatever, make the appointment, and then you'll be good to go and not have a car sitting around, because I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess I'll add that to the video after I do the inspection, which is just tomorrow, you know, how long, what happens after the inspection process in order to get new title, tags, etc. So yeah, that was one thing there. So now let me give you the details. All right, bought the car for $9,300. Here, we'll put those over there. Environmental fee, what the hell is that? Buyer fee, $1,100. I was like, whoa. Bid fee. I mean, they just add the stupid fees. Gate fee, and then tax. I wasn't really sure when I was going to pay tax, or I ended up paying tax here. So what are we at? I mean, we're at like 12.3, roughly. So 12.3 for the car. I put about, for these, the load control arm, the rim, the tire, the windshield, the bumper cover, the light, fender. I think I put about 3,000 into the car. If you do the numbers now, this car, 2016, 70,000 miles, probably worth about 23, 24, something like that. Now, you're supposed to deduct 25% to 30% for a salvage vehicle if I were to go sell this. So from those numbers, if you make that deduction, you should be able to sell this for 17, 18, somewhere around there, depending on how your current market is. And if I paid 14 for it, I don't know. For me, all this time, because I started this process like the beginning of the year, it took a month to just research, find the car. Then, after I made the purchase, waiting for it to get transported, fixing the car, now waiting for inspection. I mean, I'm in July, and I started the beginning of 2023, probably in like February. So it's a long process, and it could be even longer. So you got to factor in, you're going to do all this work, do you have the patience or whatever to save? Honestly, the way I'm looking at it is like, I have the car, I'm going to use it, that's fine. So I'm driving a car, it looks like it's $24,000 and I only paid 14, so I saved $10,000. That's how I'm playing it in my head. So if you're the same way, go for it. If you're looking to make money and $3,000 worth all that time and work, then you could do that too. But I think I might have paid too much for the car. And it was a buy it now as well. I didn't even go to auction. So sometimes they put buy it nows, and I was looking at the car, so I saw the buy it now come up, and I just jumped on it, and that was it. So that's the story of this car. Please like and subscribe if it helped you out in any way. It really motivates me to make more content because I have been pretty lazy on that as of late. So on the next one, peace.